It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time for another game of Dune. Dune, 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 Dune. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm player one again. Whoa! Hello. Back again. Okay. Olivier, yeah, you make a good point. You know, this game is never over until it's over. And I love that about it. You know? And I've lost games that way too, where I was sure I had it, and at the very last moment, I lost it. Okay. So, Memnon, Baron, or Ariana? Let's go Baron. All right, I'm going to do this move. Get that master stroke done right off the bat. Hopefully get an immediate victory point. Now, unfortunately, the secure contract is probably going to be gone by the time my turn rolls around. If it's not, it's definitely where I want to send my signet ring, but we'll see. I'm a little vulnerable here, though, honestly, with just 4 troops. Beast has 2 in right now. If he were to visit Arakeen or Carthag, he could throw in 2 more. And if he has a signet ring, he could throw in 3 more. So that's a bit of a concern. Hey, Leprechaun, salut, ça va bien? Yeah, so the secure contract is gone. So unfortunately, I can't activate the signet ring, which does hurt. So I think we'll just go to Carthag, though. Unless I want more water right away. It's kind of interesting, but let's do this. Okay, that might be quite helpful. How much do I need to worry about Beast here? I kind of think I need to worry. If he has Signet Ring, he can throw in 3. That'll bring him to 5. You know what? Let's just go all in on it. It's a bit of an overcommitment. Hey, Sharon, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. What did Beast end up doing just now? Hall of Oratory? Okay. So maybe he wasn't even going to go for that, or maybe he changed his mind based on what I did. It's hard to know. But, Helena also going to Hall of Oratory. Okay. This favored subject is kind of a nice pull for me, because I'm already ahead on those tracks, so maybe I can get those 2 alliances if things go well. Totally out of resources, no spice, no Solari, no water. All right. And with 3, I mean, that has to be a Bene Gesserit sister. The Death Commando is kind of interesting in the sense of, like, early trashing, but no. Six persuasion. Bene Gesserit sister, Freeman Death Commando. Nope. Assassination mission. Does he go for the Arrakis liaison as well? No. He had 6 persuasion, only spent 4, decided against the liaison. That's an interesting call. Probably not what I would have done, but interesting. That's a lot of troops on round 1. Wow. It's a very expensive victory point. Jessica. Yowza. Stock piles. Okay. So I'm absolutely nowhere when it comes to getting, you know, my Sword Master or my High Council seat. There's the Signet Ring. There it is. I might see if I can find an angle on this Great Flat. Yeah, VZ, exactly. I'm thinking still suits. And then if I can, and I guess I should be able to, because no one else can go there, follow it up with Siege Tabor, get 2 water. Next round, grab all of this spice. That's my idea. Beast might take it all. Yeah, it could happen. We'll see. Nope, doesn't happen. Okay. Hey, Wild Whooper, I just got the game. It looks fun, and your playthrough was extremely helpful. But the online mode doesn't have PvP or anything. Well, I'm playing online right now against other players. Are you talking about ranked? Also, I'm glad that you enjoyed the playthrough and that it was helpful. That's great. Great to hear. Okay, well, let's do that. Do I want one spice for one troop right now? I don't think so. Well, I do. Yeah, so there's no ranked system in the game. You play with other people online, so it's a lobby system. So anyone can open a public game and then anyone can join it. So it's not just for playing against your friends. Like, I don't know these players, or if I do know them, I don't know that I know them. They mentioned a few months ago, maybe more than a few months ago at this point, that they were developing some kind of ranked thing, some kind of competitive system, but they haven't given us any more information on that. So we'll just have to wait and see what they come up with. In the meantime, if you are interested in it, there is a private, not a private, there's a Discord that anybody can join called Strategy Arena, and they run an in-house ranked ELO system. So you can, and it's a pretty interesting system. You can play with other people and it keeps track of your wins and losses and stuff. It's kind of cool. If you're playing during like prime time hours, you can find games. All right. I think it's going to be an Arrakis liaison for me right now. The Death Commando is tempting. It's tempting. Trash some cards. But no, I want the Persuasion, I think. So we'll try for that. Admiral Trench, good win last game. Wish you luck on this one. Thank you. I play the physical game of Dune out of my garage and record live streams. Please consider checking it out and subscribing for more Dune content. I have checked it out, by the way. I took a look at your channel, I don't know, last week maybe, after you'd mentioned it, I think on, maybe a couple weeks ago. I think you mentioned it on the previous stream I did. I took a look at it. It's very cool what you're doing. Like all the little LEDs and the setup is cool. On me to pass. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. This chat system really sucks. Oh man, still no Solari for this signet ring. This is not good. VZ, you decided to order Clank after watching me play it on digital? Wow. Which version did you order? Just the original game? The version that I have is Clank Catacombs, which is a newer version of the game where the map grows as you play. So when you go down a tunnel, you don't know what's on the other side. You flip over a tile and find out what's there. I really like it. I think it's, I mean, I haven't played the original Clank that many times, just on digital a few times, but I think Clank Catacombs is very cool. You wanted to go with the easiest one? Yeah, that makes sense. Do I have a referral link? You know, I don't. It's an interesting idea. People do tell me they buy stuff from watching videos, which is, you know, that's cool. I've certainly done that as well. But no, I don't get any kind of cut of anything at the moment. It's an interesting idea, though. I know there's like people have like Amazon links or whatever, but I don't have anything like that. All right. Well, I definitely want to get this spice. No real reason to use the signet ring for it, so let's just do this. So yeah, is Catacombs a bit more complicated than the original game? Probably a little bit. The other thing with it is you have to consider your table space, because of the way that the map can sort of like go in different directions. There are times when you kind of get limited by the size of your table. Whereas with the original, I'm not sure how big the board is, but it's like, at least, you know, if you can fit the board on your table, you're good. Sometimes in Catacombs, we just have to play like, okay, well, if there's no more space, like you just can't go that way or whatever. Usually we make it work, but it can take up a little bit more space. Depending. There's a few other mechanics in it which are really interesting. There are like lock picks, and there are ghosts and prisoners, but anyway, I think you'll have a lot of fun with the original game. And there are also lots of expansions for it, which I have no idea about. So there's plenty of ways to spice it up in the future if you decide you want to. All right, Helena is all in on this. I think what I need to do is just sell Melange, honestly, and set myself up for the future. All right, finally I get to use my signet ring for a bribery. Oh, that math is good. That's enough for Swordmaster and High Council seat. Arakeen for free water. Yeah, I could have done that. Swordmaster not necessary to win for Baron. I mean, it's true. Swordmaster is not necessary for anybody. Maybe for Baron particularly. If so, why do you think that's true? But I'd still rather have it. I'd still rather have it. That was kind of the reason I went for this huge load of spice. Oh, yeah. Thanks, The Rock. I did think it was Windfall. I thought that was just a free 2 Solari, but no, it's not. It's pay 2 Solari for an influence, which could be useful at some point. Well, this is probably not going to happen for me. Maybe a combination of these two things. 1. Do I want Sardaukar Legion? No, I don't. Not right now. Sometimes I do, but I feel like it's a little late in the game to be adding in a Sardaukar Legion, so I'll pass. On that, have I put any cards into my deck? Just the Bene Gesserit Sister, I guess. All right, Helena takes the victory, getting control of Imperial Basin and getting a victory point. Okay. Scott, has anyone ever won with just the base deck excluding Spice Must Flow? That's an interesting question. I doubt it. Oh, man. I was looking forward to trying to snag that with my combo here. Well, probably not going to happen now. One, 2, 3. Yeah, it's not enough to make a big move there. Probably might as well get this though, right now. I guess, you know, another option I could have taken would have been to go to Secure Contract, because then I could get the Swordmaster and the High Council in this round, theoretically, although a couple other people have 5 Solari, so maybe not. But, you know, I wanted to play the diplomacy, wanted to secure that alliance. I've got a couple of water now. So the options are open. I could theoretically, after getting the Swordmaster, even go to Research Station. Oh, there's 8. Okay, never mind. Kwisatz Haderach is gone. I was going to say maybe I could squeeze out enough to get the Kwisatz Haderach from the Research Station. Peter de Vries shows up. Wouldn't mind getting access to his helpful helpful evilry. Yeah, Scott, I doubt anyone has done it, just because why would you not buy any cards from the Imperium row? But that would be an interesting challenge mode, you know? You can't buy cards from the Imperium row. Try to win. Now, Arrakis Liaison is not part of the Imperium row, so do you allow that? Or is it just you can't acquire any cards except Spice Must Flow? No, I get it. You're not saying it's something that anyone should do, but even like, it's hard to see how it would even happen by accident. Yeah, it would have to be someone just like intentionally trying to see if they can. Okay, well, let's pick this up. Hey, Sharon, do I plan to stream any other digital board games? So far, I love your tastes. Hey, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, so as far as streaming goes, I haven't really streamed any other ones, but I do have some videos on my channel for Root. You can check out Root Digital. There's some introductory videos there. As I learn to play the game, you can learn to play it with me. Also, recently I put up some videos for Clank, which has just been released in a closed beta test. And so you can check that out. I'll probably stream both of those games at some point. I think I'm going to do a Clank stream, actually, in the next few days. All right. What do we got here? Well, I think it's just secrets. I do have 5 persuasion if I don't use that, but I'm going to use it. Ellie, what plan are you talking about? I'm just seeing, and you will barely even afford Spice Must Flow. Did you say something else? Anyway, let's go get that intrigue card. Poison Snooper. Okay, what is the top card of my deck? So I could draw that. You just mean it'll be hard to actually get Spice Must Flow? Well, yeah. I mean, the only way to do it is you're going to have to collect Solari. You're going to have to go to High Council. All that kind of stuff. All right, Scott, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Do I want to draw that convincing argument? It would let me get... Oh, that firm grip is gone, isn't it? So I think maybe not. I will take the Shifting Allegiances. Yeah. An epic steal of that Emperor Alliance would be very tasty. All right, big fight over this conflict. Private army being deployed here by Count Ilban. Who gets 2 intrigue cards. So, I mean, worth it, I guess. Worth it to use the private army there. Trade 1 intrigue card for 2. Get the influence. Also making sure your opponent doesn't get those things. Very worthwhile, I think. Ooh, and a demand respect. Okay, so definitely worthwhile. Now, that may be something he just drew. Eh, what? What is this? Come on, man. I don't want to have to defend my alliance. Siege of Carthage. Okay. You know, I'm actually considering shifting allegiance. Just lose. Forget this Emperor Grand Plan. Just lose that one and lock up that Freeman one, because I don't like this. I don't like what this is all about. Let's just shut that right down. And I'm going to use this poison snooper right now, just to see what we got. No, let's use the Bene Gesserit one. I'm not sure, really. Probably I should have lost the Emperor one, because the Bene Gesserit I actually would have a chance at potentially getting. The Alliance, I mean, whereas the Emperor one is going to be pretty rough, but I do have this favored subject. It would be very sweet to be able to do that. Not likely, but it'll be really hilarious if I can. Anyway, that felt good to just shut that right down. Get out of here. That's my alliance, man. Could have just used diplomacy. They don't have any 2 jumps. Yeah. Who knows, though? There's always intrigue cards like this. I have this. He could have that one for the Freeman version. So this just makes it for sure. Okay. I think it'd be good to get a fold space right about now. The opportunity cost was too high. I mean, I felt like it was worth doing. And like Olivier says, isn't that the best feeling ever, crushing someone's hopes and dreams? Yeah, exactly. I want dreams to be crushed, but I don't want them to be mine. So that was a guarantee. Crush someone else's hopes and dreams and prevent mine from being crushed. It's about, you know, like everything in this game, it's about weighing up your odds, your probabilities, your opportunity cost, like you said. The goal is to gain VP, not to crush dreams. Yeah, I mean, look, you think it was a better move to do something else. I decided that was the move I wanted to do, and I didn't do it just because I wanted to crush dreams. It's, you know, I decided that was the play that I wanted to make for my game. We'll see how it works out. So the other way would have been more uncertain. So something to keep in mind is things are not as certain as they seem in this game, as you might remember from how the last game ended. Just using the diplomacy there would have left it open for me to lose that alliance still. I also don't necessarily know when my next you know, card is going to come that's going to take me up there. Yeah, I could use my bribery, but I don't want to do that. I only have 1 diplomacy in my deck. I've got nothing coming up that's going to take me there. So to me, it just, I wanted to lock it up. All right. Now, what am I doing here? I could get some more spice. That seems all right. I could sell Melange if I wanted to get the High Council thing happening. Solari would also help with bribery, would help with my signet ring. I'm going to go here. Oratory for Gurney, that would have been another interesting option. So I am setting up for the High Council seat because I feel like I'm going to need some spice must flows for this game. So I'm deciding to do that. The extra Solari can go into the bribery. It can go into my signet ring. The Rock, you have won a game against me, haven't you? I thought you won a game in one of the viewer games. No? Not today. Yeah, not today. All right. Okay, for 4, I think it's just a Freeman camp here. So that card, the nice thing about it is it reveals for 2 persuasion and a sword. So it's basically just like a better Arrakis liaison in that sense. But occasionally it can act as like a substitute for, you know, Hayliner if you can't quite make that happen. What just got revealed? Ouch. Not using the diplomacy or the fold space or the space travel. Wow. Opulence. That would be a nice card for me. Also, just thematically, the Baron is a very opulent kind of a guy. Okay. Beast wants to win this. But it's, you know, it's an interesting decision, and another day I might make a different decision on that. Part of it is probably influenced by the fact that last game I had that influence stolen from me, and I don't want it to happen again. Okay. So my goals for this round would be to get the High Council seat, hopefully get the opulence. That would be good. I'm going to get another intrigue card out of my signet ring, which means sometime soon I might have to start burning these. I'm just kind of still hoping for this miracle move where I can, you know, rocket up this track. But it's not... It's probably not going to happen. This thing about being able to see what card is left in your deck, it's one thing that makes the digital game quite different from the physical game. Technically speaking, you could do that with the physical game just by keeping really good track of all the cards in your deck, and by process of elimination, you can know what's in your deck. But practically speaking, I don't do that when I'm playing physically. I sometimes have an idea, but... you know, I don't always know exactly what all the cards are in my deck, so being able to just be like, what is it? Oh, it's a Dune. Changes the game. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily have to go for the High Council seat right away, so let's prioritize something else. Picking up 3 spice would not be the worst. Do I want to do research station? I don't think I do right now. Let me actually... Let me do this. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, more demands on my Solari here. Olivia, since digital, you started doing it in physical as well, keeping track. You'll just take a look and reshuffle? How do your... are you just playing solo by yourself, or are you playing with other people? How do they feel about that? Nobody is really into this conflict yet, but I think that's about to change. Yeah. Okay. We have 4 Solari after this. I'm going to have to just cash in my favorite subject, probably, which is not what I really want to do, but... Okay, that's good to have. Deploy, no. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. Olivia, they don't mind, so it's cool they're doing it as well? Nice. Yeah, I mean, if everyone's cool with it, then there's no issue. Technically speaking, you know... The only time where... The thing that kind of matters, though, is like, let's say Paul Atreides is in the game, where you know what the top card of your deck is, then you can't reshuffle that, right? So what do? Just set that one aside, look at the rest, reshuffle them, put that one back on top? I mean, I guess you could figure it out if you wanted to. Or Callow, do I like Root Digital? Yeah, I do. I've never played the physical game. I picked it up digitally. And I've enjoyed it. I've only played against AI so far. I've just played through the tutorials, and I played a couple of matches just versus the AI in sort of like challenge modes to get a feel for the game. I'm still learning it. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I think it's a very cool game. Power play picked up by Anakin. Okay. Right, let's get this High Council. I still am dreaming of this alliance. It's still possible. Okay. Another shifting allegiances? That's interesting. Or do I want this? Well, it would be just for the Bene Gesserit thing. The Freeman Bond, I do have some Freeman cards, right? I've got one Liaison, one Freeman Camp. It's not a lot. I don't really have a chance at that alliance. That's not super critical. I kind of like... I kind of like this. Two shifting allegiances. So I need more spice. I need a lot more spice. I need a lot of stuff. I need a lot of spice. I need a lot of Solari. There's a lot of demands on my resources here. Orkala, you made me install Dune Digital, so you may have a similar effect with Root if you keep playing. LOL. Yeah, well, you know, I think, again, like, I don't work for Dire Wolf Digital. I don't get a cut of anything, but I think there's actually a sale on their digital games, or it may have just ended. I'm not sure. But they recently had a sale on where I think Root was like 60% off. Beast gets a victory point. Very even right now. 5, 4, 4, 5. And it's time for the Battle of Arakeen, and I have no spice. Oh boy. So this game was a bit different from my usual ones, right? I'm usually very well set up for round 7. This time I am not at all. I do have the Freeman Camp. So that is a possible way into this conflict. But Beast does have 7 spice, so that's a hayliner for him. If he's got the access, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track if he has a lot of that. Probably rather than getting excited about this Emperor Steel, which is almost certainly not going to happen. I could try to gun for the guild one. Yeah, round 7, 0 spice. Not great. And the spice I do have, I kind of want to be throwing into shifting allegiances. Like, I could pick up this 3 potentially, but I'll probably just end up going for this 2. Okay, Ilbon goes Hardy Warriors. No, takes it back. BGS spice must flow? Possibly. Olivia, you can snatch the Bene Gesserit Alliance, grab 2 spice, go secret selective breeding and bribery? What is bribery? Also, how do I snatch this alliance? I go there. I go up one more, but I don't have like I don't have any of those shifting allegiances in my hand right now. Oh, bribery is this. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I'm going to start with this. Okay, well, so much for that crazy plan. I could have gone to secrets first, but I really wanted to get this spice. How am I going to get the Solari for this? I mean, if I get into this conflict, that might get me some. I don't want to be selling melange. I need my melange. Okay, in terms of points, I'm one away here, one away here. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 2 off. Maybe I can get an alliance. The Guild Alliance, perhaps. There's still a hope and a dream of this alliance, but the Space and Guild Alliance could give me 3 Solari. That's true. Yep. I don't really want to use selective breeding. And I don't want to burn this because it's very sketchy right now. There could still be a Hayliner out of here. I could probably just go to wealth. And, you know, that opens me up to getting closer to that. There's the shifting allegiances. Okay, this is potentially happening here. This is potentially happening. I wonder if there's a Hayliner. Could be coming up next. A lot of people in on this. BNJ, I have spice must flow now. You're right, I do. You're right that I do. It's just if I play Shifting Allegiances, I can steal that alliance, which I've been dreaming of this whole game. But probably better to just get the Spice Must Flow. Do it with secure contract. That also gives me the Solaria for the Chom shares. That is true. Oh. Dispatch an envoy. Shifting allegiances to still suits? That's an interesting idea. Lots of interesting ideas here. All right, you know what? Olivier, as our newest YouTube member, I'm going to go with your suggestion. Drop down with Bene Gesserit. Go up with Emperor. Don't burn my cards. Don't burn my cards. Don't burn my cards. No, 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 no. Okay. I was worried it was going to just start using my using my intrigue cards on me. Hey, Janet, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Could have gone dispatch to fold space and gone down in Bene Gesserit. Would have been another VP. True. There was a lot of options there that round. A lot of different avenues available. All right, well, everybody's going all out for this conflict, and I'm just sitting on the sidelines. Bring me more wine. Helena on a 2-agent challenge? Yeah, she hasn't gone for the Swordmaster. That's true. Or Callow. Okay. Well... I don't think I'm buying anything here. I don't think I want anything. The Freeman camp would be the one thing I might get. Reverend Mother. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Abbé. We'll get a Reverend Mother. Do I want the Guild Administrator now that I'm here? That could also be good. All right, let's do it. It's a bit sketchy, right? Because I don't have a lot of Freeman cards. So, you know, I may not get the Freeman Bond, in which case it's kind of dead, but I do also need Bene Gesserit Influence, so maybe. Maybe it'll work out. Orcalo, are the cards the same in Uprising? Only the starting cards. So the starting decks are the same. You also still have Arrakis Liaison and Spice Must Flow. Actually, no, you don't have Arrakis Liaison. There's a different card that's similar, but it's a Bene Gesserit card. There's no Fold Space. So all of the Imperium cards are different. All of the Intrigue cards are different. All of the conflicts are different. Abe, am I playing on Steam? Yeah, I'm playing on Steam. Look at this score, 6-6-4-6. Okay, there is a staged incident. Looks like Ilban is going to come out ahead. Interesting, like pretty low levels of troops for a 2-point conflict. Are the cards more fun or interesting in Uprising? I've only played it a couple of times, so I can't say if they're more fun or interesting. They're all different, and so that's interesting in and of itself. Could have got into the conflict for third place. You know what? Did I have the troop? I guess I did. Yeah, third place would have been good. It would have been really good. An Intrigue card and 2 Solari. The Intrigue card could have been a problem for me, though. But the Solari would have been very welcome. All right, Battle for Imperial Basin. Helena has control of it. She gets the defensive bonus. There's a Shifting Allegiances. Where would I like to do that this time? Are there any power plays? I can't remember. Ilban has a power play. I need to worry about losing this alliance. James, if I drop down here, if somebody passes me, I lose it. So I can't really afford to do that. I need spice if I want to use the Shifting Allegiances, which is kind of a problem. Okay, I have to do this right now. I'm worried about losing that alliance to a power play. Now, I could have done it with bribery, but I do also want the Solari so that I have enough. I now have enough for the bribery and the Chom shares. I don't know. It's going to be tough for me to get my final victory points here. can choose the effects in any order. If you go to Freeman, you could drop down with the... Okay, yeah, you're right. I could go here. I'd have to go to the Freeman space to do that, though, yeah. So if I were to visit the Freeman, I could use the Shifting Allegiances first, drop down, go up 2, then go back up. Yeah, that's true. Okay, now, Orkalo, so your idea here is shifting allegiances to the Bene Gesserit, then lose that, go up 2 with the guild, and then go up another one. I like that idea a lot. I don't have the spice. I don't have the spice. Right. I need to get the spice. Okay, well, that's just how that is then. Well, I have to get some spice. But it's dangerous. Dispatch a dagger to secrets? Okay, let's do it. I'll follow your lead here. I have to hope nobody goes to Haga Basin. Looks like I don't have to worry about it now. The good news is it looks like Beast is winning this. That would put him to 9. I mean, I'd rather Ilbon to be winning it, but that doesn't look like that's happening. So hopefully he can't find victory point number 10. He can't get it here right now. He can't get it here right now, but he's, you know, it's very close to a couple of easy victory points for next round. But for this round, he'd have to buy a Spice Must Flow. He does have 6 cards in hand. He went to Research Station. I'm guessing that's probably going to happen. There has been no grand vision yet, you're right. I could drop down Emperor. That's a bit sketch. He had a power play. Did he use it already? But you know, the point about having to risk it is probably right, because it's gonna be hard for me to get enough victory points to make anything happen here. So let's risk it. No, this round for sure, but next round is what I'm worried about. right. I wanted to deploy units there, but I just clicked because I was afraid of it burning my chum shares right now. But yeah, I really wanted units in there to get maybe get some spice, but didn't happen. If there's another round, hopefully those units will be helpful. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this is over. It's over. Somewhere it's over. This game is. Oh, well, it's not over until it's over, but it's looking pretty over. Cheryl, I took all alliances from Anakin. That's why he turned to the dark side. Helena still has a shot at this. Potentially. Well, she's going to try for it. Spice must flow for Ilban. Okay, well... Hope Anakin has private army and allied armada. That would be hilarious. I don't think it's quite enough. Should I Hail Mary to Ben and Jessert? Hope the extra influence gets you +1 to jump beast. Not sure what you mean right now. Anyway, I'll just use my chum shares just for fun. Spook people a little bit. Reveal. He doesn't have the Alliance for Allied Armada. True. The bonus intrigue card. Oh, trying to steal this alliance, you mean, instead of the guild one? Well, that's an interesting idea. But very unlikely to succeed. I did manage to get that Emperor's Alliance, though, after dreaming of it. So that's good. Oh? Okay, Helena's going for this, but it's still, like, basically no way. Beast is at 24 strength. Helena has 1 intrigue card. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, for her. Good game. The chat never works at the end of the game. It's so irritating. All right. Well, that was a tight game. And well played by 24601 on Glossu Beast Raban, taking home the victory for House Harkonnen. You know, we won. We won, nephew. Great job, nephew. We won together. No, I lost. But it was close. It was an interesting game. Some interesting moves in there. I appreciate everyone's cool suggestions and input. There were a lot of different possibilities for some of those rounds and lots of good ideas. Any one of them could have been the winning move. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So that is going to do it for today's stream. I can feel my voice is starting to give out a little bit, so I don't have another one left in me. Thank you very much to everyone for tuning in, for chatting along, for participating, having a lot of fun here together. Means a lot to me. Thank you, Olivier, once again, for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you to the other members for continuing to support the channel and for showing up to show your pride here in the chat. And stay tuned this week for an evening stream. I don't have anything to announce just yet. Abe 1000 suit. Yeah, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, which is a major milestone. So thank you for subscribing and being a part of that. If you haven't yet, please do so if you feel so inclined. And make sure you don't miss any new stuff coming out, whether it's Root, whether it's Clank, whether it's Dune, whether it's something else. But always keep an eye on the YouTube channel, and you will see when a stream is coming up. You can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. And I will see everybody next time. Have fun. Take care. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. À bientôt. Merci beaucoup.